Hello, you're watching Finicky, and today I'm going to go through fitting a point. This one's going to be a short video to complement the longer video that I did the other day. And basically what we're going to be doing is to locate this point roughly in here. I want to extend this to be clear of the point mechanism here, but this is the point that we're going to be fitting. So the first thing I'm going to do is just run train out the way, and I want to put just a small piece of track into here just to extend this over. Now the track is going to foul the point mechanism here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my snippers. These are the Xeron snippers, and I'm just going to cut the sleepers. I don't know if you can see that there. I just cut those sleepers just along that edge, so now I've got plenty of clearance. I'm also going to need to snip down this end because I want to make sure that everything is all going to line up. That looks okay there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut there and there, which gets those two even. Just cut the bottom of the sleepers, the ties, being careful not to actually cut the track itself. And then we'll just remove those last two ties, and that's so that we can get the fish plate underneath. And then if we get round the right way, that should then slide in there quite nicely. Just push that one up there. That's it. And then if we bring our point in, that's basically, let's fit that correctly, that's better. That's basically where our track is going to lay. Let's just move the camera over a little bit. There we go. It's basically where the point is going to lay, with the track coming off down this way. Okay. I'm happy with everything there. So we're going to require a hole in the baseboard about there. That's going to be for the wire. We're going to need another hole just there. That's going to be for the point motor. Just a little bit bigger so we can see it. And then I am actually going to have some more fish plates with droppers on this end. So red. Let's just get those two out of the way, that one out of the way. Again, I'm just taking this nice and slowly, same as before, making sure that everything is all lined up and in the right place. And we're going to need another one there, and we're going to need another one there. Okay, so let's just move all of those items out of the way for the moment. One there. One there, one there, one there. Okay, next we'll bring the drill in. drill. The first hole we're going to drill is going to be for the point motor rod to come up through the baseboard. We'll change the drill bit. Okay, and then we'll come in with the drill again and just drill the holes for the frog wire. And we need one for the dropper. And one for the other dropper wire. Okay, just clear the dust off. Can do this with a hoover. Sometimes when it's just small eye, wet a finger and just take it off with a wet finger. And then what we need to do is just make sure that these dropper wires are going to go down through the holes. Okay. So then what we'll do now is just reintroduce our small piece of track. We'll drop the frog wire down, and this time we can just make sure that that is just adequately bent over so we don't break it. We need to do the same with these two, and we'll drop that one down. Now I'm keeping these the same way round, red on the top, black on the bottom. It's just the way that I've been doing all of my points. Okay, now we'll just bring this all the way down, and we're actually going to locate it exactly in place. Just make sure that those holes are in the right place, that we've got enough throw for the point. Everything all looks good. Grab the pencil, draw all the way around the point, around the back, around the front, all the way around, and then we'll lift that out. Don't necessarily need to move it all the way out, it's just so that we can get the glue in there. And one of the things that we are going to need are some sleepers, so I'm going to get one of my regular size sleepers, and I think this wire is actually going to be in the way, so let's take that right out of there. I could just unhook those two. We will slide this sleeper into place. Sometimes the braddle's useful for this. Okay, so we'll just get that roughly where we want it. Roughly there. And then just push the track down into place. probably going to want one more. Just a regular sleeper. I think we're probably just going to want one more. Just in there. Now I've got to be a little bit careful because of the drop of wire for the frog. So just move these around to the roughly in the right place, and then push them down, or push the fish plates down into place. We'll bring the point back in. Okay. I'm relatively happy with that point there, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to cut the tie there, because when we bring the point in, I'm going to need to make sure I've got enough clearance for the fish plates, so we'll just need to cut that one as well, just slightly. Offer that up. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. We just need to make sure that the track does slide in and slide in properly, because sometimes when you put these extra sleepers in, they can occasionally get in the way a little bit. Wire's going to be out of the way there, so I think that's reasonably okay. Okay, I'm going to get those out of the way. Okay, right. These sleepers normally clip under. They usually stick on. We'll just locate the droppers back on. Right, locating that small piece of track under there wasn't overly easy, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to splodge a bit of glue around underneath there, which that should be fine, and then I've got to locate this sleeper back in here. Forgive me, my fingers are going to get in the way, so you're not going to see what's going on here. Needs to go into there and just come over a little bit where the dropper wire is, and we come back in with the glue. Remember, we need to avoid our point mechanism, so we're only going to come up as far as where the point mechanism is. Pop glue everywhere else. And we'll just need a little bit just at the end here, remembering to keep away from that point mechanism. Okay, that looks good. And we'll just leave that glue alone for a few minutes just to go tacky. I'm not going to leave it quite as long as normal because I want to get this bit laid in before it really starts going off, and before those sleepers start moving around. Okay, so a few minutes later I've cleaned the brush up. This is still quite tacky. Just run these dropper wires down through the board, not too far, because what we do need to do is to locate the point into these fish plates. Let's turn that down a little bit further, and we just need has got that. Okay, we'll just ease the wires down through the board. Just making sure everything is in line. Slide that fish plate on properly, and that one, that's better, it's got that in the right place now. Okay, that's good, I'm happy with that. Looks good. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with the positioning of the sleepers. Just pull that one over slightly. That's good. Happy with that. A little bit of excess glue around the back here, so what we'll do is we'll just take that up with an old rag. Happy with that. And obviously what we now need to do is to just drop in some more sleepers. Just going to need to inch this up for this side. There we go. And we'll just position that one roughly where we want it. And I'm going to try for one more. I think we're going to actually need to trim this one back a little bit more as well, just a tad. Braddle's useful for picking things out when you cut them. It's always useful to have that kicking around. And then we'll slide this one into position. Sorry if my fingers are getting in the way of the camera at the moment. Not an awful lot I can do about that right now. Okay. Relatively happy with that one. That all looks good, that all looks okay. Got the glue a little bit near to the mechanism down the bottom here. I am actually clear of the spring and everything, so I'm okay. I would normally have cut this back just a little bit more. So all I'm doing is I'm just clearing this excess glue away as much as possible, and just keep on flicking the point over just to make sure that it is free. Now, okay, this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to need to put one. I'm going to put two more sleeper sections under here, and one of them actually needs to go exactly where the dropper wires have gone. So what I'm actually going to do is just raise this slightly, just for the moment, being very, very careful of those wires. I'm going to slide as best I can. Come on. Up you come. It's already started to go sticky. Okay, then we'll drop that one back down there, move that sleeper over. Okay, I accept it's probably a little bit too close to the other one, but with these dropper wires it's very difficult to get these in exactly the right place for the spacing. It's just unfortunate, and all you can really do is just do the best that you can to try and get the spacings as even as you can when you're doing this. Move that. That's better. A little bit happier with that. So we got this one in, this one in. We've got our frog wire dropped through. All the rest done. That's good. Make sure that the point is still free, which it is. I've got no glue anywhere near the spring mechanism, so I'm quite happy with that. And then we'll introduce our block of wood, and this is where I lose you, as we put a load of books on top of there just to weight that point down whilst the glue dries. And as before, we'll leave that for 24 hours and come back to it later. So for now, that's this video finished. Catch you again very soon. Bye bye.